to have you with us today, Deanna. And let me quickly introduce you because you have a bit of a special place in our hearts because you were one of the very first Ikigai coaches that got accredited earlier in 2020, and all the way from Sydney. So it really makes me very happy to have you with us today as the very first Ikigai coach of the month, Deanna. And just before we kick off, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself and your business, Fastlane Consulting?
Thank you. It's just such a pleasure to be here. And yes, I'm very excited to be the very first of the Coach of the Month. My practice, Fastlane Consulting Group, started in 2007. And what I ostensibly do is work with individual emerging leaders, partners of law firms, and help them to build a profitable practice. And they need certain qualities and a good self-awareness before they can go out and do the business development activities that I need them to do. And so having discovered Ikigai, it really is helping me to expand my practice and to give them a real sense of themselves and their purpose. And it really solidifies that, particularly in these troubled times.
And that's actually an interesting topic, because why do you think that Ikigai is resonating with people perhaps more right now than during other times?
Look, I think it's the people are searching for something. There's a wonderful quote, Paul, that says there are two great days in a person's life. The day we are born and the day that we discover why. And I think everyone at the moment is in this turmoil. They're really trying to discover why things happening. In Australia, we've had the bushfires, then it was followed by floods and flooding rains, and then immediately followed by COVID. And people are really questioning why these things happening, and not only the occurrences, but why are they following one another? And when we're facing these situations at the same time as, political unrest across the globe, it makes us question our own existence and wonder, what is our purpose? And I don't think there's a better time for us to look within and say, why am I here? What am I doing? And I'm finding that it's helping people gain a little bit of sense of control by going through the Ikigai question game. Very much so. It's for its time. I don't think it could have come along at a better time, Paul. It's absolutely right for its time. Yeah.
And can you share some of the reactions that you get from your clients or coachees that you take through the process?
Actually, it's really funny because I think it's really my reaction that's of surprise, because while I understand the process and I've been through it and I've done it myself, it's like when we land on the perfect Ikigai, it's like it was there all along. It was there just waiting to be discovered. And there's such a sense of connection, and the word wow just keeps coming out from myself and my coachee. They just cannot believe that we've landed on something that is so true to who they are. And I think that's usually the reaction. We're both scratching our heads going, wow, this is amazing. It happened again.
And that's a bit of magic, right? So it was in there all along, right? It's more a matter of unlocking it or trying to get it to the surface and giving words to it.
Yeah. Absolutely, that's exactly right. And it's a wonderful process because each of the three parts leads them on a journey and of self-discovery, even more than any other tool I've ever used. And it's just a delight to hold their hand through that.
And I know that you're also using it together with, you are also associated with the people from DISC in Finland, I think.
Very much so.
Share anything how you integrate this into your practice or into your consulting work?
Yes, I became accredited in 2008 and a master trainer fairly soon thereafter. And it's funny because extended DISC really helps people. It's a process that helps them understand their strengths, how they respond to different circumstances, and their communication style and how they respond under pressure. What Ikigai does is take that, and then it's a natural extension of self-awareness because it's unlocking their purpose. So they may find out a little bit about who they are and how they respond and some of their patterns. But I find that Ikigai then helps them understand where they belong with that. Where can I take this information? So that's a perfect, it works hand in hand as far as I'm concerned.
To finish, Deanna, anything that you would like to share for any consultants or coaches that are looking into this process who may be interested in the future to join?
Oh, definitely. I'd say to them, do it and do it now and go through the process yourself, because you find that it not only brings another dimension to how you guide your coachee through their experience, but you find that it actually solidifies your own Ikigai, which when I did it was both a surprise and also it headed me down the path of actually doing some extra education, some fine tuning of my own skills. And which is suggested by the Ikigai question game. So it's opened new doors for me. So I think the benefit there is it gives you another tool, another dimension. It strengthens your relationship with your coachee over a period of time. And also you learn a lot about yourself. Each time I do it, it makes me think a little bit more about my own journey. So I would highly recommend that people do it. I know that they'll love it as much as I am and as much as my coachees are.
Great that you wanted to join me today, Deanna, for this very first Ikigai coaching interview. So have a wonderful weekend and hope to reconnect soon.
Thank you, Paul. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.